The leader and king of the Nigerian community in Ghana, Dr. Chukwudi Ihenetu, has blamed the Nigerian government for the closure of its borders without prior notice to its neighboring countries. In an interview with my colleague Emmanuel Ante, Dr. Chukwudi said the decision has disrupted the businesses of Nigerian traders in other African countries. Now, according to him, even though the closure of the Nigerian borders by the government has benefited Nigerian farmers especially, it has also heightened the tension between Nigerian traders and their neighbors, especially Ghana.
You're aware of the closure of the Nigerian border and the agitations it has created here in Ghana. Well, what's your first comment on this particular issue?
Thank you, listeners all over the world. It is a very worrisome situation since the border closure between the Nigeria and the other countries surrounding Nigeria. People are agitating a lot. People are complaining that their goods, the perishable goods that they do send to Nigeria, they've all gotten spoiled at the various borders. And people also are agitating that those goods they are sending to Nigeria, they borrowed money from banks, financial institutions, and individuals. And right now, as those goods are perishable goods, they cannot be able to pay back their debt. Some people are also complaining that they are developing high blood pressure because of this situation. But to me, the other way I look at it is this: every country always wants to tighten up their security, always want to make sure that their country is protected based on the leadership of that particular government. But the area I have serious concern was I expected that before such measures would take place, at least my great nation, Nigeria, should have give a notice of maybe 2 or 3 months notice that in a time like this, or in 2 months or 3 months time, that the borders will be closed for XYZ reason. So at that level, those that import goods down to Nigeria through the borders will know that in 2 months time or 3 months time, there's no need of we sending haulages to Nigeria. If we do that, our goods will get stuck at the border. But because information like this was not given and the border just shut down, this is area it is affected. But I must say something. The closing of the border also has changed a lot of perceptions in Nigeria as a nation, because it came a time Nigerians are lazy in terms of farming. Almost everything we eat in Nigeria are all imported, even ordinary carrot and lettuce and stuff like that. They're all imported, rice. But Nigeria is a green country where we have tropical rainy season. There's no crop in Nigeria that cannot grow. Rice, for instance, we have a lot of states in Nigeria that produce rice in abundance. And all these years, all those things got stopped because people are not patronizing them anymore. But since President Buhari closed down importation of rice and stuff like that, believe me, farmers they've all worked up again. A lot of major companies has come into Nigeria to establish rice industry and stuff like that. So in terms of poultry, fishing, and the whole lot is now booming very well in Nigeria. And according to the customs in Nigeria, the revenue in customs has also gone up, come up very well, because almost all Nigerian importers now have channeled importation of their goods to Nigeria. But looking at we here living in Ghana, in diaspora here, you see the level of our trade is in 2 ways. We bring goods from Nigeria to Ghana, and we send goods from Ghana to Nigeria. The same thing to our Ghanaian counterparts. They do the same. So since the border closed, we that are living in Ghana, that are traders, this affected us seriously. To be honest with you, our goods can no longer come into Ghana from Nigeria border. There's a lot of restrictions there. And our goods from Ghana to Nigeria is also restricted. So it's affecting us, we Nigerians, and affecting also our Ghanaian partners. And before this closure of border, all these years we've been having problems with Ghana, GUTA, Ghana Trade Association, in terms of Nigerians been into retail market in Ghana, native markets and stuff like that, based on the is it PNDC law? Is it PNDC? Yeah,
Yes.
The law of the law in trade and stuff like that in Ghana, and this has been a problem many years. We've been solving sometimes 2 or 3 times in a year. Guta will come up, locking up our shops, trying to revise back to the law of Ghana that stated that foreigners will only engage in supply, not retail. And even this came up this year again. But by the special grace of God, we were able to plead with government of Ghana, plead with the Guta, we Nigerians living here. And also from Nigeria High Commission, he intervened on this seriously, and Nigerian government intervened on this. And the government of Ghana, by the special grace of God, by the leadership of His Excellency John Akufo-Addo, Nana Akufo-Addo, he brought this situation down to calmness, and Nigerians were also free trading again. But this issue of border closure has re-aggravated the situation again. And right now, as I'm talking to you, most of areas Nigerians are trading, our shops are closed. The Guta is seriously attacking us. If you watch some of the footages and some of the videos happening in the market, not just closing our shop, but also fighting us, attacking us. And this is not giving us joy at all. We all brothers. Ghana and Nigeria, we are brothers. If you look at the within the ECOWAS sub-region, Ghana and Nigeria is more closer than every other ECOWAS sub-region in this particular ECOWAS sub-region that we are dwelling in. So if Ghanaians are attacking Nigeria at this level, believe me, it's not the best for us. Go down to the market. Indians are there selling. Lebanese are there selling. Chinese are there selling. Why only Nigerians are attacking Nigerians? I don't think we did not steal anything from Ghana, but rather we are also bringing in things in Ghana, also taking out from Ghana to sell to Nigeria. So we are supporting the economy of the two nations, both Ghana and Nigeria. So to me, I didn't see the reason why our brothers Ghanaians will be fighting us. But I just want to drop one information here, sir. Very important information to government of Ghana. They should not please allow the Guta to control this situation, because remember that as Nigerians are here, we are trading in Ghana, we buy food in Ghana, we pay school fees, we take care of our children, we take care of ourselves, and the whole lot of people, even those that marry Ghanaians. So apparently we are pumping in money into Ghana economy and also labor. So if you quit Nigerians out of this country because of the pressure of the Guta people, automatically that will affect the economy of the nation Ghana. And the same people that gave pressure to government to sack Nigerians are the same people that will say, hey, the government is not doing well, things is expensive, things is that, things is that. Because when you move people away from the market, there will never be any competition anymore. Competition makes government stronger, makes every nation stronger. So the same people will be against the government. So please, I am begging the government of Ghana to look into this matter critically and see it that the Guta is rather bringing the downfall of the nation, not supporting the growth of the nation.